This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports, and this is the scene at sold-out Everbank Stadium in downtown Jacksonville. Coming up, Divisional round Saturday, we've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. A quick feet by Jackson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory of the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a first down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win.
Play action here on the first play from scrimmage. They want to see how the linebackers are going to react. Are they looking to stop the run? Or are they going to sit back in coverage? A really nice job there of going in attack mode early and to pick up a quick first down.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Hampton, 54 yards. And the Chargers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. To about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you have to figure that this is a confident quarterback who gets the start here. Coming off of a victory in round 1, team doesn't have to travel. They get another home game here in the divisional round. And I know it sounds cliche, but playing at home, huge for a quarterback. Huge for his team. They want to take advantage of it.
And they'll start on the ground. ETN. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 1. Hey, go!
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And good vision there as it's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 40 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
Rip, 20. Here we go.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
All right, let's go. 11 and go. Alert. Here we go.
ETN up the middle. Down to the 25. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Lawrence to throw. And he's got it. And the Jaguars are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down first and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do.
And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he takes a pretty good lick there as he'll wind up getting about 3.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
In motion goes the tight end. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Herbert off of play action. Open man here is Conklin.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Here's Herbert. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
First down, Los Angeles.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr., and the Jags are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's complete. It's Brian Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs.
Hey, easy, Ralph.
Straight ahead, ETN. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 30. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. So first and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They go play action with Lawrence. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's a give to ETN. And inside the 20 before he's put it down. 61 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
At the Chargers' 10-yard line.
Here we go.
A handoff for ETN. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. For the LA offense ready for this next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 3. In motion left goes Allen. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
A gain of 1 yard. First down, Chargers.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. That was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Play action. It's Herbert. And his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
All right, let's go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Complete to Washington. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Rip, 23. Hey, tomato.
They'll run with Etienne. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 70 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Hey, go.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
11 yards.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick here is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
Throw it out the window.
yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. Given 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation. But instead, they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Fielded at the 20. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out and says, hey, let's go for me, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Red on red. Easy. Hey, center. Reload. Silver.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
At the 43-yard
Hey,
line.
Lion. Hey, come on. This is hot.
Here's Etienne. And a pretty good burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46. 86 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Hey, son.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Past the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Hey, easy. Silver.
Etienne. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for the Jacksonville touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him, because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Herbert.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They have not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting out.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. An effective 7-yard third-down conversion. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Herbert now. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Herbert. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Trayvon Walker. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Up the middle, it's Hampton.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. Second and 11. In motion right is Johnston.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
That is Josh Hines-Allen working his way in for the sack. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
A 45-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will close the gap down to 14.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Deion Henley there on the tackle.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Now Lawrence.
This is complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap, and again to Etienne. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
Ready?
First down. 1st and 10 at the
Hey, Lion.
47-yard line.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
James has got it. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Hey, let's go. Hey, kill.
Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Lawrence will throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. Now he'll take it. Lawrence hit him. The ball is free. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you downstate an hour or two to Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. The divisional round.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Look to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Second and 10.
13, hey, go. Smash. Hey, son.
They'll run. It's Etienne.
Yeah, nice run past the 30-yard line there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Hey.
Now Lawrence to throw. That is caught. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
12 more yards there and another first down.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
Hey, Lion.
A give running right, ETN.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Hey, James, attack!
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Cam Little on for the Jaguars field goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Rip, 23. Son, they started touch.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Jaguars continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Now a look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
We'll work inside here, Hampton.
And he stopped immediately there.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown!
Lad McConkey,
42 yards.
and the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Second down and 3.
Red on red. Inside. 11.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Extra point try now from Dicker.
Cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
So a man shaken up on the play, and this is certainly noteworthy. It's Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Let's go now. 60 Vikings. Check, Panther. Go.
And they'll run here with ETN.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Third down and 1.
Piece of 24. Hey, 11. Here we go.
Looking to throw.
Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's ETN.
good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on third down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
They're going on fourth down. Lawrence.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Give here to Hampton. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
Again, it's Hampton. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Set.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Justin Herbert taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on fourth down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over.
Last time out, Charles, they opted to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but the defense held strong, and they hold on to this slim lead.
And how about as the defense ran off the field? How about the greeting they got from their teammates on the sideline? They kept that narrow lead by their nice play. Now, let's pay it off for them, right? Punch it in on this drive, take that lead back up to 2 possessions. That would be a nice little thank you gift to them.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 9. Running out of the gun with ETN.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 33. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
First and 10.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
On first and 10, it's ETN.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
From the 25, here's second down and 2.
On the red.
ETN with it. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Hey, hey, hey. Here we go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Now that's a killer, because you think you get it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looks like you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on third, and then the tables turn. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
Conley looks to throw. And this one too low.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Turton is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So these two teams matching each other's score for score. This last touchdown, it bumps the lead back to 7 with the extra point to come.
And it's a heck of a way to play, isn't it, partner? You feel good about it because you continue to keep the lead and your offense keeps scoring, but you sure would like your defense to make a stop.
So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2.
Conley trying to throw for it.
And he will get into the end zone. It's 2 points and also a 2-score advantage as the lead swells to 9. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10
at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
They'll dump this off to Hampton, complete.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Now it's Herbert. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
On first down, it's Hampton.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun, Herbert on third down. Now a deep one for Johnston. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because it...
And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. For the Sunday American. Coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Here's Herbert. Now he's going to step up. Well, the pressure gets to him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll get this complete to Trey Harris.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19.
It's fourth down.
And this one is right through. And that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Jacksonville offense gets the ball back. Travis Etienne and company head back out there.
He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. To see if he can do it.
At the 30-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the deep blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finished this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Stuffing him behind the line there. That's Deion Henley. Really nice play.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
60, 70. Ready.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Let's go. Pick up.
Straight ahead, ETN. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Goal at the 9-yard line.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Huntley to throw.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Hunter from 8 yards out. And the Jags are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead.
So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll look to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24.
And he'll throw right away. They'll set up the screen to Hampton.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up
in motion to tight end.
at the 33.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Herbert now. Now he'll take it. Herbert has it knocked free.
And the Jags grab it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Review the play. The ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Set. Let's go.
Herbert. Short throw to Disley.
Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They snap it to Herbert.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And the Chargers first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Back to throw here, Herbert.
And he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 20-yard line.
And the Chargers first down.
Herbert.
This is caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Quentin Johnston, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
The important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. Oh, did the Rams get it? Yes! L.A. football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
How about the call to come with a blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
Payoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. Third down.
It's a gain of 6.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4. Herbert.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
A loss of 5 yards.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Herbert to throw. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Here's a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
Here's 2nd down. Throwing, Herbert.
His throw caught at the 5. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow.
Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for 2.
Line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're going to run it left. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars down by 1. A little under 50 seconds to go. They've got the crowd behind them, and they need only a field goal to survive in advance of these playoffs.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here's Huntley. Now he's going to step up and run.
It's a gain of 14 yards. The Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Huntley. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. Now Huntley. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They still need 1 completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side.
Brings up 3rd down.
Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because it's going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?